Hey, and the team manager for both Dungey here in the U.S. and for the United States The Nations team, Roger DeCosta, is down on the pitch with Aaron. Aaron, what's happening?
Well, guys, he just made the announcement about the Motocross Des Nations this afternoon. Roger, how did you decide on the pick of who was going to be part of the team this year?
I just have to keep reminding them to take it like a normal race and do your homework, and everything will be fine on Sunday, you know?
I think you made a terrific decision, and a lot of fans definitely agree. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Aaron. Watch this battle here. Brett Metcalf and Andrew Short, and Metcalf at the bottom of the wall makes a big mistake. So finally the pressure is off of Short in this race. But Roger's right. There's going to be some pressure. There's going to be pressure at the Nations. Now check this out. James Stewart.
Actually, probably picked up the bike there. We just missed it, but then you see DeSalle.
Wow.
Wishing he was just a little earlier, a couple seconds to return the favor.
Back in the same area. You know what karma is.
Yeah, but that puts DeSalle in second, Stewart in third, and Metcalf, who we're taking a look at now, he's going to cross the stripe in fifth.
Yeah, but ways back then. You're not kidding. I just caught that as he pre-jumps into or out of gravity, pre-jumps into it and jumps out of it. Metcalf, that is impressive.
As the kids these days, they say that's sick.
That is sick. We got one more battle left. And Stewart's going to try to come back on DeSalle for second.
We're so old that we really think that something's wrong that the guy's sick.
When I heard sick, I'm like, oh, well, that's a good excuse. All right, Stewart, who we are theorizing might not have any tear-offs left on the goggles, might have to go after DeSalle for the second time. Let's see how he plays this. No, I'm not sure. Obviously, if you get second in the first moto and you win the second one, you win the overall. I don't know where Stewart's expectations are, if he's even thinking about that. I got to get to second so I can win the overall. Maybe he just wants to get laps in. So we'll see where his motivation is. We're going to have 2 laps to go the next time around.
I think that if you're James Stewart and you've ridden at such a high level, it's so difficult to be in this position that he's in now and say, okay, you know what, third's fine. And for guys like me, I've done worse than third. So third at times is going to be great.
Third, right?
Okay, yeah. So for you, third would be awesome. You've never been on a podium.
Yeah.
But see, I'm saying, for James Stewart, though, it's almost like it's unacceptable. Even coming in now, I'm sure his team and everybody tries to keep it into perspective for him, and his his family and everybody around him. Look, it's okay. Just go out and get some experience now, get back in shape and all that stuff. But so I'm saying for James personally, the guy hates to lose.
Yeah.
I mean, and that if you dislike it so much, that is almost that's what fuels a rider to ride at such a top level and have the excellence that he's had, is because you just hate losing. It don't matter. I don't care if I've been off with the wrist injury and I haven't even looked at a motorcycle for 8 months. I still don't want to get second, especially not third, right? So
2 lap cards out.
This is could be a really tough situation for James. And like you said, if he is not able to work his way past DeSalle here, got to put him into a position, points where it's going to make it much tougher to win the overall here today.
Well, you hear it sometimes in interviews with Stewart, or even when you talk to Big James' dad. They kind of have that Michael Jordan mentality. The coaches would always say, don't give him anything that he could possibly use as motivation. They will use anything to motivate themselves because, they hate to lose, and that's just the drive they have, and it has worked out obviously well for him at times. He's won a whole lot of races and titles. Other times it maybe hasn't worked out so well for him because maybe there have been races where third could have done it, but he always races to win. And I think today we've seen probably about as much patience as you could expect James Stewart to ever give you, considering, I guess, you're off 7 months, maybe that helps breathe it.
Yeah, and just as you drop down that 1 sec, you see James once again here late in the moto is not afraid to roll over those yellow track markers there, the track suggestions, I guess you could call them. I mean, he's definitely using all of the track.
And wiping the vision again in midair over that.
It's like rip those tear-offs off the side of the helmet there, because they're. Have you ever did you do the thing like where you would put like the playing card and the spokes on your bicycle? Well, that's what it's like. It's sitting there fluttering the whole time.
Yeah, but that was sick. You did that. That was sick. Take us through these lines that Stewart is using right now. Watch this. Well, he made a mistake to lead to that one.
I can say that he entered in a safe spot.
Yes. That was a mistake, not a short line. I could say he got sideways. So you think that's That's within the bounds.
Hey, I'm not wearing an AMA shirt, so I'm not even going to go there.
The shirt you're wearing, though, you're looking good. On the AMA shirt. DeSalle is actually pulled away a bit now from Stewart again. And like we said, that will have a dramatic effect possibly on the overall, because now, even if Stewart went out and won the second moto, Dungey could go 1-2 and win this thing. Although we really have to count DeSalle in the picture as well.
Well, and what we're seeing here is that with Dungey, okay, this is what he's done to all of the competition this summer. And at times he's made it look pretty easy, so we still haven't seen him ultimately challenged. It looked like they're in the middle of the race, that Stewart was catching up a few tenths of a second a lap. You know, so we haven't had that ultimate showdown that we're hoping to see here today. Unless you're Roger DeCosta, he wants to just keep it nice and boring like this, right? But, yeah, certainly, hey, Dungey getting the job done once again. I mean, just dominating this moto.
Well, I'll throw one more theory out here. James Stewart has not had great memories of this track, especially in the big class. He has had some body slams that have knocked him out of racing, and when I talked to Brooks a couple weeks ago, they said, you know, this track isn't necessarily his favorite, but the next one, Southwick, is. So this is a bit of a work in progress for Stewart.
Yeah, well, but Stewart had ultimate success when he was on a 125.
Yeah, he was good on 125.
Back in the days, he totally dominated here. So he was good in the beginning, and then that, and now, okay, right in the middle. So kind of once again, hey, this is you know, he's coming back from a really bad injury. Dungey here, on the other hand, is dialed in and is as dominant, focused, and strong as any rider that we've seen. And this is the beginning of you know, what is sure to going to be some pretty intense competition between the veterans and now the rookie Brian Benton.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, you bet. Nice work from his mechanic, Mike Gosseler. No real challenge in this one. Dungey got the whole shot. Short tried to pass him on the first lap, and after that, he just slowly but surely pulled away. And the bad news for these guys, second moto, Dungey's been even better this year. Wait a minute, Stewart's coming back. He's going to push it on the last lap. Dungey's going for the win, and Stewart's going for the runner-up position.
So DeSalle here trying to keep the Suzuki. Oh, he misses his line.
He was really pushing in these corners.
This one's going to go to DeSalle unless there's a mistake. There's your winner.
Dungey's got the victory. Let's follow this all the way through to Gravity Cavity. Stewart's not going to get him. You can tell by the body language. He gave it a run. All the talk about James Stewart versus Ryan Dungey, but how about the kid from Belgium, Clement DeSalle, taking second and splitting them?
Woo. Seeing Stewart, he got them goggles off quick. They'll let you know he's a little hot under there. Either that or just couldn't wait to get those tear-offs over.
All right, well, those fans, they have the first word. We'll